What you working at? Boo boo. Boo boo. What you working at? So we're rolling up on my neighbor's place here where I have my goats. You can see here that the power line is down right across their driveway. You can't even get in or out. This whole section clear past this next telephone pole. You see the telephone pole right there. It's down on both sides of the pole. You can kind of see it in the brush there. Right up here you can see there's a top of a tree that fell down. Just hanging up there. There's another one just a little bit further there. Hanging out into the road. But the one that took down the power line is this one right here. You can see the power line is down, the tree is across the driveway there, and the lines are tangled in that tree. Needless to say, there's no one coming out of there anytime soon. But you can see there's debris all over the road, both sides of the road. I'm sure you'd find tops of trees and branches broke off as well. You can see here. A bunch of leaner trees all over the place. I don't see too many that. Oh, there's a couple back in there that fell down. There's one around the corner here that's hung up on the power line. See that here in a second. Or two, or three, or 5, or 9. Whatever it turns out to be, it's just right up here around the corner now. You see a little branch out of the top of that one fell down. And right here, you see that branch hung up. It's actually sitting on the power line. It's the only thing that holding that branch up is the power line. It's pretty sketchy going underneath here because you never know when that line's going to give out or the branch is going to fall. Anyway, you can see there's a mess on the side of the road here where people have cleared them out. Cleared out branches and stuff already. If you're curious what car I'm driving a 2009 Crown Victoria. It's a retired cop car. Actually had to take the old plastic police seat out of the back and put the stock fabric seat back in. I had to put the middle seat belt back in because it was disabled. Both of her windows are still disabled, so you can't roll them down from the back seat. You also can't open the door from the back seat because I got to tear apart the door to put those back together. I think I got to go to the wrecking yard and find a part that has been either removed or broken off inside the door. But anyway, you can see, looks like that fence got broken right there. I imagine a branch probably came down across it. Kind of surprised there aren't more trees that's fallen, especially being that dead one in there. That one a couple years ago came down, the top of it anyway. We're in Washington State where the wind blows quite frequently in the fall and in the spring. It can get kind of hairy sometimes because we get 60-mile-an-hour gusts pretty frequently. I think I've seen it much higher than that before, but kind of a regular thing around here at certain times of the year. Not too much damage down here. I remember last year, I think it was, there was a small group of trees right here next to this little apple tree. And one of the branches came down and was arcing out on the power line right there. And I reported it. They came out pretty quick and fixed it up. So down this direction, right after the storm, I guess there was a power pole that snapped in half and two more that were leaning because of a tree that fell across the road. It doesn't look like it's too bad out of shape right now, so it must mean they got it put back together pretty good. Up here a little ways, a big old willow tree that snapped alongside the road. It's not blocking the road or anything, so it's not a big deal, but you can see where it busted off. Yeah, like these fir branches. I assume they came out of that big tree right there. You might notice it's a little sprinkly today. Today is Monday, the 7th of November, 2022, and obviously the school zone is flashing. Better slow down. Yep, I'm down. So here's that big willow I was talking about, fell down. As you can tell, there's debris everywhere, branches and whatnot. Come up here a little ways. There's another tree that's hanging across the road. Being held up by the bank on the opposite side. There's another bunch of branches and a tabo tree that fell down. I think that top came from my side of the road here. Come on, slowpoke. You can see that tree hanging out there. So it's hung up on the dirt bank on this side because its root water is just over the hill. But it's also hung up in this little tree right here, or this small group of trees. See, it's leaning pretty bad. See, there's branches all over the road. Mind you, our windstorm was on Saturday. See, no, Friday night. Friday the 4th, I think it was. And see more debris, branches and stuff. This poor guy lost his canopy. I think it actually used to be sitting right here, and the wind picked it up and blew it over that fence right there. Yeah, top of a tree down. See, my neighbor's already started picking up his branches. That's about that. Up around the corner that way, the fence fell down. Well, that's that. See you later.